In today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly why I stopped playing Mortal Kombat 11 on the Nintendo Switch 2 and why I'm probably going to be going back to the game that a lot of people consider to be worse, and that of course is Mortal Kombat 1. Before that though, hit the like button to support the channel, leave a comment down below to let the algorithm know you want more Nintendo Switch fighting game content, and back to the video. Mortal Kombat 11 for the Switch was always regarded highly compared to MK1, which was blasted for how it launched, but as someone who actually spent a lot of time on these games on the old Switch hardware, my opinion was always a little bit different. I always thought MK1 was the better game as far as online performance goes. That's how I like my fighting games, as do most people nowadays. We play fighting games for the competitive aspect of it, and of course the online is gonna be a big part of that nowadays. I want to just get to the matches, so the too long didn't read of it is the online for Mortal Kombat 1 on the Nintendo Switch was always better than MK11. It always was, and that's no different now even on the Nintendo Switch 2. In today's video, you're going to be seeing how my last 15 or so Combat League set went in Mortal Kombat 11 and why I kind of decided to just delete the game from my Switch 2. That doesn't mean that I'm never going to play it again, but let's just say that I needed a break. Also, I know it's super unlikely, but I am still kind of holding out some hope that WB or Netflix brings an updated version of MK11 to the Nintendo Switch 2. If this game performed properly online, I would be on this game more than MK1, and that's just the truth. Alright, let's get to the matches. So here with this Sindel player, it happens way too often in this game that when I try to load up Liu Kang's Dragon's Fire technique, a lot of the time I just get stand 4. You probably also noticed I went for a flying kick, but Liu Kang instead decided to jump kick. That tells me that there's really something up with the way that the game reads inputs that is exclusive to MK11. Because the same thing happens when I go for a grab. Like sometimes when I try to grab, I just get stand 3 or stand 1. So sometimes I just gotta remind myself that when I want to try to go for a grab, I need to use the macro instead, because the 1+3 input it's just not that reliable in this game. But in MK1, that almost never happens, and I use the same controller for both games. This opponent was a Sub-Zero player, and here already you can see all these miss inputs. I think like 3 times here I went for a grab, but I got something else instead. And then finally, I believe I went for a grab again, and somehow the game gave me stand 3-3, which got me punished with a fatal blow. And then, after dealing with such a bad connection and all the misinputs and getting punished for things that the game decided to do for me, my opponent just ended up quitting. Here against this Melina player, the netcode is just so bad that I can't even reliably do Liu Kang's basic corner combos. This is normal for the Switch version, by the way. This is normal. When I had this game on Xbox, this corner combo was so easy to do online. I noticed it was gonna drop here, so I just ended it with a down 1 instead. But these are the sort of things that you can expect in MK11 on the Switch. So a heavy lag spike right after the command grab, how convenient was that? The connection in this match was exceptionally bad. Like if this happened every so often, okay, that's understandable, but in this game, it's back-to-back matches where this sort of thing happens. So it always kind of struck me as odd whenever people would say MK11 performed better than MK1 on the Nintendo Switch. Like, don't get me wrong, this can happen in MK1, but it's very rare in my experience for it to be this bad. In MK11, it's just the normal thing though. But you can imagine what a headache dealing with Sub-Zero's nonsense is in this kind of a connection. There's literally nothing that you can do. Right here you can see I had a flying kick punish. I inputted before he did the ice ball, but the game gave me stand 3-3 somehow, and that got me punished, and I lost the match because of that. I hate to be negative, you know, but there's a lot of people out there that always ask me whether they should get MK1 or MK11 for their Nintendo Switch, and I always say the same thing. If you value the online, then it needs to be Mortal Kombat 1, because MK11, the experience online is just so bad. So versus this Scorpion player, it's just more of the same with the misinputs and the lag. And all these matches were played in the same day, mind you. Yep, that did actually happen. And right here, you're probably looking at it like I'm getting what I want here. I'm doing the inputs, but what you're not seeing is how it actually feels while I'm playing the game. It feels slow and clunky. So while on screen, maybe it looks good to you, but to me, like when I'm actually playing it, it does not feel good. Okay, so I think I was negative enough for the entire video. And again, I don't hate this game, but I just want you guys to have an accurate look at what you're getting if you buy this game. And then again, this game is always on sale on the eShop for like less than 10 bucks, so it's not like you're going to be losing much if you do buy it, but I still think that an accurate look at what you're going to buy is probably worth something. But I do like Mortal Kombat 11, I do. There's some things I think MK1 does better, like the basic gameplay and the combo breaking system is just 10 times better. But MK11 does so much better overall that it just makes it the clear winner. But that is on other consoles, not on the Switch. On the Switch, it's different because of the online. If we were talking about the Xbox, then the online is comparable between MK1 and MK11, but on the Switch, that's just not the case. Like I said earlier, if this game had better online, I would be on this more than MK1. Like, I really would. But for me to play this game online as it is right now on the Nintendo Switch, that's to ask me to throw my controller out of a window. Like, too much happens that annoys me that only happens on the Nintendo Switch version of this game. And that's on top of the annoying things that are already in the game regardless of which console you play it on. So we did get a Batman Arkham Knight update a few weeks ago. That was also a Warner Brothers game, so I'm kind of hoping that because of that, we get a stealth update for the Switch 2 versions of MK1 and MK11. And if you want to see up-to-date reviews of both the games where I go over graphics comparisons and frame rate analysis, there should be links to that on screen right now. That's going to be it for today's video. If you dudes enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep bringing you more combo videos, online matches, and video game news. I'm SwitchPlayed. Done.